Why? Why do you do what you do? What is the intrinsic feeling that you're looking for when you make the big and even little decisions that guide your life? I would argue that most people don't think about their why. We make decisions every day, either out of fear, social pressure, habit. What if we could unwrap that and get to the root of your true why? What would that look like? Think about it. Why do you drive the car that you drive? Why did you get married or decide not to? Children? Your current career? Let's get just a little bit deeper with that question. Why do you crave intimacy with another human being? Yearn to be outside in nature? Play a musical instrument? I challenge you to find your why. Isn't that what life's all about? Finding that sense of fulfillment, peace, creating a happy life? I think we tend to treat our lives as a fragile piece of pottery that we sit up on a shelf, making fear-based decisions to keep it from harm. When all of a sudden life comes along and smashes it, we have hundreds and thousands of pieces. I hope today to inspire you to pick up these pieces and create a mosaic masterpiece of your life. I know it's hard. It's not easy. I wish we had time to go around to each and every one of you. Listen to your story. Not only would we all be sobbing, but we would have such a greater compassion for every being on this earth. When I was 12, my dad said, "Nikki, come into the room. I need to talk to you." As a normal 12-year-old, I was fearful of what kind of trouble I was in. But as he shut the door behind me and I sat down on the bed, I quickly realized it was not my trouble we'd be talking about. He looked me in the eyes and he said, "Nikki, tomorrow I'll be taking my life. I need you to know it's not your fault, that you and your 4 little sisters, you'll be okay. I'm mentally ill," which was no surprise to me, "but I can no longer handle the pressures of this world." As you could imagine, this took my feet out from under me. It left me insecure. I think down deep I knew I was strong and that I could fight, but I chose not to. 4 long years later, at 16, I found myself pregnant, scared, and alone. How was I to raise a baby when I was a baby? How was I to raise a good human being when I didn't even like the human being that I was? But when I took that little girl in my arms, I found my strength. And together we fought. We fought hard. Just 9 years ago, this time very happily married, my husband and I were sitting at our OBGYN's office. He told us that our unborn baby would be born with complicated birth defects. Life would not be easy. All of a sudden, time stood still. I could so easily see the purpose of life. For me, it's about creating your why. Thinking about it. Always making decisions to move yourself in that direction. It's about taking the time to get your mind right. Find strength for life and gather your tribe. So when adversity hits, which inevitably will, you're able to turn it into resilience. You can pick up those pieces and continue creating your masterpiece, your life. For me, number 1, it's about getting your mind right. That next day, my father chose not to take his life. So you could imagine being raised by a severe mentally ill parent, the amount of time and attention I spent on the idea of getting my mind right. I was so blessed to be able to see two paths, my mother and my father. Our lives are shaped by our minds. We become what we think. Buddha. Let that resonate deep with you. Think about that. Our lives, our reality, how we perceive this crazy world we live in is shaped by our minds. We become what we think. Did you know the average person has 50 to 70,000 thoughts in one day? 60 to 80% of those thoughts are negative. And 98% of our thoughts are the same exact thoughts every single day. National Science Foundation. My father made this his reality. He let those automatic negative thoughts, I've heard them called ants before. Can you just visualize these automatic negative thoughts crawling through your mind? He let that control his life and create his reality. If we're going to have 50 to 70,000 thoughts in one day, I think that we should choose kind thoughts, positive thoughts. For me, it's breakfast of champions. I'm not talking about your typical bowl of Wheaties. I'm talking about just starting every day with 5 minutes of quiet focus. I'd love to challenge you guys to join me. It's easy. You just find somewhere comfortable to sit. Why don't we all take a breath together? And let's just all close our eyes. So as you close your eyes, just relaxing into your breath, we're just going to choose a powerful word for our day. Maybe it's strength. Maybe you have a lot of big decisions to make for your day. But today we'll use thank you. As you're inhaling and exhaling, just repeat thank you. As a thought comes into your mind, just slowly push it to the side, getting back to your breath and back to your thank you. At the end of 5 minutes, we can all open our eyes. Just take a second to set your intention to have an amazing day. If this day were your last, which none of us are promised anything more, I don't think we would spend it full of anxiety or self-doubt. I think we'd get out there and crush our day by spreading more kindness, love. So as you're making your way through your day and those little automatic negative thoughts come climbing in, you can get back to your focus. Just breathe. Repeat thank you. Slowly push those thoughts to the side and get back to creating your masterpiece of your day. So if number 1 is get your mind right, number 2 is find strength for life. When I held that little girl in my arms, I knew I had big shoes to fill from great mothers who had come before me, including my own. I knew I not only had to be strong on the inside, I had to be strong on the out. Our bodies are so amazing. It can either be your greatest asset or your biggest liability. It can take you to your wildest dreams or hold you back like an anchor. What is your body to you? The most beautiful thing ever is our bodies are malleable. They become what we repeatedly think and we repeatedly do. So be careful when you're letting those little sneaky habits find their way into your day, and consciously create non-negotiable rituals. Thinking of one positive ritual that most of us do, brush our teeth, everybody, yes? It's a good ritual. What happens if you don't brush your teeth? Your teeth rot. They fall out. What happens if you don't move your body? Your body rots. It falls to pieces. How are we expected to create this masterpiece of a life if we can't get our butt out of bed? Create non-negotiable rituals. Move your body every day. Drink half your body weight in ounces of water. Hydration will change your life. Eat a big salad. Drink a green smoothie. You are building a foundation. So when life comes along to sweep your feet out from under you, you can stand strong. So if number 1 is get your mind right, number 2, strength for life. Number 3, gather your tribe. When I was told my baby would be born with complicated birth defects and life would not be easy, my why became crystal clear. I felt loved. I felt blessed to have been chosen to take care of such a fragile baby. I was overwhelmed with gratitude for my tribe. I had a strong relationship with my husband, with my family and my friends. I was not in this alone. I knew we weren't only going to be okay, but this was going to be another piece in our working masterpiece. It brought me back to that feeling of being 16, so scared, so alone. But I wasn't alone. I just hadn't gathered my tribe. I had a wonderful mother and 4 great sisters, and together we raised an incredible human being. I think in this society, we're given kudos for being independent, self-starter, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You've got this. Human beings were not meant to be alone. Hundreds of years ago, we lived together. As women, we cooked, we cleaned, we raised our children together. Men, they hunted and gathered as a tribe. As society is getting increasingly busy, technology is on the rise. You can feel it in the disconnect. You can see it in obesity, food addiction, drug addiction, internet addiction. The answer is in connection. For my family, it's digital sunset. When the sun goes down, the electronics go off, phones, TV, we connect. Next time you have the opportunity to have lunch with a friend, time with your significant other, you're playing with your kids, turn your phone on airplane mode. This is where you'll find your answer. Your why is in human interaction, deep connection, in love. You guys, we were given just one totally crazy, but incredible, beautiful life to live. It's not a dress rehearsal. This is all we've got. I hope together we can create a mosaic masterpiece that we're proud to call our life. Thank you.